Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to nileshtechnology. So this is the video number 25 of a mini project number 4, tour project, and using the useEffect, conditional rendering, and fetching the API, we are going to display all the records related to tours. Okay, so let's get started. So I am just open the VS Code. So in that VS Code, the 25 project is ready. I just copy the first tab blank project. It's only the hello world project. So copy the public src and all other files and hit the npmi. Or you can create a new project and just remove all the unwanted files. Okay, you will get all the source code to the description of this video. I already shared a GitHub repository link. Okay, so so I'm going to the 25 projects, and inside that I hit the npm run start. So the server is get started. It's a hello ReactJS. Okay, it's a console window. Now let's get started. I just go to the app.js. Okay, and here so before I'm going to use the one of the API URL to get all the tours data. Okay, so I just thanks to that website we are using to we are going to display each and every element using the map function, okay, in a return method. Fine, so this is the API URL, and let's go to the code, and I just want to execute the API. So in here with the help of I just use one function like the fetch tours. Okay, this is the one of the method, and that method is called inside the useEffect hook. So inside the useEffect, so I just call the fetch tours on the first time rendering of the page. Okay, first time rendering of the page. So that video is already done using the useEffect, right? How to use the useEffect in a different way. So here the URL is that this is the URL. Okay, course-api.com/react-tours-project, and with the help of a fetch method, so const response equal to fetch, and pass that the URL. So it takes some time, so we are using the async event method. So this is the async and this is the await. Okay, so we are wait till we are not getting any response or any error. After getting the response, we just try to print what we get the response. Okay, and after that tours data response.json. With the help of JSON method, we convert all the response into the JSON, and again I am just going to display all the tours. So let's see, I am going to save it. So before that, Control S, save it. Okay, it showed some error, access to the fetch method failed to the fetch. Okay, so what is the issue? Let me check. Yeah, I think it requires the try catch error. Fine. And let me console the error. Save. Error, failed to fetch tours. Okay, I think it showed some error. Line number 18. It's a async function, and fetch tour is called let me check again. Await fetch URL. Let me clear and hard refresh, Control Shift R. I think it's an access issue. It's an access issue. React Tours project. Okay, fine. I think we can save all the data, Control A, in one of the file. So go to the src, new file, tours.js, const tours equal to, it's an array. I think array is already defined. Let me paste it. So fine. So that API is not able to access it because they set some the authentication policies. So on local we are not able to get that access to that the API. Okay. So what we can do, we just copy all the data inside the tours.js one of the file, and now we just export as well. Export const tours, and what we say that it's a tours data. Okay, and we import the tours data directly in here. Import tours data. Okay, so I think then we are not required to get using the fetch function, not required to fetch the data. We can directly print the tours data inside the useEffect. Okay, directly console.log tours data is equal to, it's a tours data. Okay, so see again, refresh tours data. So we are successfully get the data from that the JSON file, or whatever we define the JSON inside the array, we are successfully able to get it. That is not required. This function is not required. This function is used to get the data from the API URL. So the API URL currently not working. So we are now get the data from the file, and we want to store that all the tours data in one of the state. So we define a state here, tours comma set tours use state, and define a one blank array. And inside the useEffect, instead of printing the data, we use a set tours and define all the tours data. So tours data is defined. Fine. Now the next step is that I just create a one loading. I think we are not required to load the data because we fetch the data directly from the file. Okay, so we create a separate component. So like a single tour data, then all the tours data. Okay, and accordingly we render the components. So let me create a here file tour.jsx or js, no problem. Then tours.js, I think let me rename it's tours data, right? And I required one more file, single tour and all tours. Two files is required, so I just use the RAFCE for tours. And tour RAFCE, this is the tours data is defined. Fine. So see, I created a multiple files, tour.js, I just use the RAFCE, tours.js, RAFCE. This is the tours data, it's a JSON array, it's app.js. Okay, now I just want to design something inside the app.js. So inside the app.js, this is the, let me remove the return. I use a main, then inside that I use a one div. Okay, so this div is like a title. Okay, and I just set the title like the tours. Let me use some render condition. For example, if you are not able to get the data from that file, if the tours.length is the 0, let me add a one condition. So we use some conditional rendering. So like that, before the return, if tours.length is equal to 0, so we return the title like the no tours left. This is the title, and we use a one button like button is like to again refresh the data and try to get the data from the API. And so this the class name is the btn, and for the on click we are trying to get the data from fetch tours. Refresh. So fetch tour, I think the fetch tour I think not required, because this function is work when we are trying to get the data from the API, but I think we directly get the data from the JSON file. So on that time this will work. So I think so currently I just keep it blank, because whatever the function is defined on the earlier in this the video, so that function is need to be called from here when you try to get the data from the API. So I think currently this is not required. Okay, see, let's later what happen. And now here, if the data, if we have a data, okay, then we call a tours component. Whatever component is defined, this component, I just going to call. Okay, module not found, cannot find, does not match the corresponding name. Okay, its file name is a capital T, tours. Okay, and let me pass the some value from props, like the tours equal to tours. So this data is going to pass to that the tours. Inside that tours, we are trying to get the data props and tours props dot props dot okay, let me console the props. I just comment the console. I think that console I already comment. Okay, now here console.log tours props equal to props. Let me remove this one. So let's see, clear tour props, we got the tours array, 5 array. So when the props dot tours, we get the JSON. Okay, now go to the tours and try to display the data with the help of map function. Okay, we print all the data in here. So inside the tours, I just used one section. Okay, inside that we use a one div, that the class name is like the title, then header to like the our tours. Okay, then there is one more div, tours. Okay, and inside that the tours div, I'm just going to display the props dot tours value. Let me destructure the tours value from props. So tours dot map. So inside the each tour object, let me return some header one information like tour. Let me see that 1 2 3 4 5 times the tour get printed. So this console is now not required. So instead of that, the header one, let me print the value of that the object. So we have a lot of data, like for the each object we have a ID, name, info, image and price. So what we can do, we pass all the object data from the tours to the single tour component. Okay, so here return tour component by passing the some props value. So key is tour.id and we pass all the remaining props value, Okay, so tour is the component. Let me import it. Tour, save it. So 1 2 3 4 5, so that 5 time tour is printed. Okay, let me print here the console tour props. What are the values here we are getting, comma props. So see, the value is getting like this way 5 time, because that tour component is rendered inside the tours, and for the tours this is a map method. For the each time every row rendering, the tour component is called and passing all those data by props. So every time we get the data by props, id, image, info, name, price. So we destructuring that data to the variable. So let me go to here, const id comma image, info, name and price from props. Okay, so we are destructure that the component, and now we display the data here one by one. So inside the return, I just use one section or any article and give the any class name like the single tour. You can define any article or section, that is just for a blank section. So let's display the some image of image. Okay, so that the tour image. So that image size is very big. Let me add the later the CSS to reduce the image size. So alt is just for the name of that the image, and give the class name is the img. So this is related to image. Then after the image we display the tour price. Okay, I'm just going to display the price in a dollar. So price. Then there is one more div to the information. Okay, class name is a tour info. Then it's a name of that the tour. Later we use a one paragraph. Okay, so inside that paragraph we define all the content, like the info in here, info. Okay, and we are going to see the price name and the info, price name and info. Okay, fine. I think that thing is ready. Now let's go to the part of that the CSS. So I'm just going to copy all this thing one by one. You can just refer the GitHub code and copy the index.css in your the library. So I'm just going to copy the one by one section. So this is the default. After before margin padding, HTML font size. So we are going to set it. Okay, then later we define some colors. Okay, so there are a lot of colors are here. So we define some global level colors, all the colors. So like this way, it's some different shades. Okay, you can directly take that the code from the GitHub. This box shadow is as well. It's just define it. Okay, then we define some section related to the body. Body, background font family. Okay, and padding, all the headers, all the header fonts. So so all those headers have some default the fonts. We are going to change all the F1 fonts as well. So we change the header 1 font size, header 2 font size, header 3, 4 and 5. Change the text small, hyperlink, UL. So that is changed like this way. It's not compulsory, you can change it accordingly, whatever you want to set the design. Okay, let me set the some image related code. Set the width, display and object fit. Okay, so it's displayed, the width is the 100%. Now if you are going to use the button, then button related things is here. Button, later I am going to use the one remove tour button. So currently there is no button here, so it's okay, that functionality is used later. So that button is from here. Then I think the alert form, not from here. We are going to set the titles. Okay, so title is in a center. Now for the project related, this is just a common CSS. Now the project related, we use the main and the tours and a single tour information as well. Let me copy everything. Okay, so that CSS is from here. It's main, then tours, single tool hover, then image, price, everything. Let me save it. So it's look like this. So that price is goes to from here corner. So see, if mouse is hover, it slightly change the shades. So that content is very large. So I'm just going to use the read more related things. Okay, so what we can do for the read more. So going to the VS Code for a single tour.js. Okay, let me use a one state const read mode, set the read mode, say use state. Okay, by default it's a false. Now for displaying the information, I think it's not for the tours, it's for a single tour, right? It's for a single tour. So here information, I just check it. If the read mode is a true, then display all the information. Okay, but if it is a false, then display only those information like first 100 characters, 50 characters, like that. So we use like the $info.substring from 0 to 200. Okay, and display the, after that display the 3 dots. Let me save it. So 3 dot, and there is one more button after that, like that button name is like show less and read more. Okay, we use a conditional button name, like if the read mode is a true, then display the button name show less. Okay, otherwise display read more. So let me save it. So it display like this, and we set the class name of the button is the info button. That CSS is already defined. So see, read more. Now when we click on that button, okay, then we need to define a on click event. So view word wrap, this is the inside the button, and when you click on that button, then on click we use a we define a one method, set read mode, and we change the flag true to false, false to true. So we change the flag, means that it's if the current value is false, then with the help of not operator it change to the true. If it is true, change to the false. So it's like a toggle functionality. Read more, show less, read more, show less, show less. With the help of this functionality, the card height is fixed if the text is not a fixed, because for the each tours have a number of character is not a fixed. Some of the tours have some 200 characters, some of have 400, 500, like that. So with the help of that functionality, we can easily use the read more and the show less functionality. Okay, now it's time to add a delete button. If any candidate is not interested, they want to remove the tour, then we can do it. So after the paragraph, we use a one button. Okay, so that button is not interested. Button class name is delete button. It's a button block and it's a button. Let me see. Yeah, so its button is look like this. That CSS is already defined. You can directly take all the CSS code from GitHub file and directly paste it on your index.css. Okay, so just focus on that the React functionality, not for the UI related things or design related things. You can learn the later those things. Okay, now how to remove the when I click on that not interested, how to remove that the tour. Okay, so that tour is removed on click. Okay, so I'm just going to use the remove tour method. So that method is called from app.js, because in app.js we have all the tours data, right? So we need to remove the tours inside the app.js. Okay, and pass that the ID from here we are pass all the tours data. So that tours data is goes to the tours.js, and here we pass this one by one tour object from tours to tour component. Okay, so let me go to the first app.js. Inside the app.js, here I am going to use a here just define a method, one more method, const remove tour. Okay, remove tour, and just pass the console.log remove tour call. Okay, so pass this method by props remove tour equal to remove tour. So it goes to the tours, then inside the tours, okay, we need to pass again here remove tour. Remove tour is destructured from props, pass to tours to tour. Okay, here we again destructure the remove tours, and when we click on that button, we are going to call the remove tour method. Let's see what happened. go to the inspect console, click. It's not goes to call. Let me refresh. No. Let me check the flow again. Not interested is the button. Okay, so I think this is not required. We just directly call the remove tool. Yeah, remove tool call. Fine. Now I want to pass the ID, this ID, in which remove tool button is called. So for that, this is required, and pass the ID as a parameter from here. And in app.js we use a ID in here and print the ID. So let's see. So it's ID, this one, it's ID, so it's different ID. So ID is not a number, see here, ID is just for a record unique information. So that ID, we are successfully get that the ID. Now we are successfully get that ID in here. So with the help of filter function, so in except that the ID, we return all the other tours, and again set to that the tours in a set tour method. So we are going to use the filter method. Okay, so tours dot filter. Okay, then this is the single tour data. So we return tour dot ID, which is not equal to the past ID, whatever we pass the ID. So pass the ID means that I click on that tour, so we are not interested to see that the tours. So that tours ID goes to here, and except that tours, all the other tours is get written, and we got the all the new tours data. And for that new tours data, let me set it again, new tours data. Let me save it, remove it. Let's see. Now this is the 5 data. I am just going to delete this one, best of Ireland. It's deleted. So like that. Okay, I hope you guys understand that video. Okay, fine, the API calling is not working, but I think you get the idea, like the conditional rendering, like passing the data from component to component, one component to other component. Okay, then how to implement the delete functionality as well. Okay, so using this mini project video, you just I think you are exploring the all the other concepts of React, right? So please like and subscribe this channel for the more videos, and see you on next video. Bye bye. Thank you.